All right, so for the next one, it says to find the present value of something. So remember that math people are lazy, so I don't want to do any more work than what I absolutely have to do. So there's 20 million different formulas that I could use, but if you'll remember, we're using the amount achieved equals the principal times 1 plus RT. Okay, so if I want to know what the principal is, I can just divide both sides by 1 plus RT, or I can just fill stuff in and then let the math work for me. So if I want to find the present value, okay, I know that the future amount, or the amount achieved, is 28,000. Okay, I know that I did this for 23 months. So remember, that's going to be 23 over 12. And I know that I'm at 5% simple interest. So my interest rate is 0.05. So I can just fill the rest of this in. So my amount achieved, or the future value, is 28,000. I am looking for P. And then 1 plus, what is my rate? It's 0.05 times 23 over 12. So I am going to find this part right here, which is 1 plus 0.05 times what? 23 over 12. Okay, and I get 1.0958333333. So 28,000 equals P times 1.0958, and then a whole bunch of threes after it. Okay, so now I can just divide both sides by that amount, and I'll find out what P is. So do 28,000 divided by this. So 1.0958, and then a whole bunch of threes. 1.0958. Look, it's so hard to read my writing. All right, so I'm going to take 28,000 divided by that value, and I'm going to get 25,551. So 25,551, and then 33 cents. Okay, so what did you just figure out? You just figured out at the start of this whole mess right here, you ended up with $28,000. What did you start with? You started with $25,551.33 at 5% interest over 23 months, and that's what got you to the 28,000. Okay, so let's try it again. I want to find the present value. Okay, so I've got the amount achieved equals the present times 1 plus RT. So the amount achieved is 16,897. And then I have 242 days. So 242 over 365. Oh, that's a lie. It told me to use 360 this time. Okay. And then at 8.3% is actually going to be 0.083. So I've got 16,897 equals P, which is what I'm looking for, times 1 plus my rate, which is 0.83, times time, which is 242 over 360. So I'm going to figure out this part first. So what I get for that is 1 plus 0.083 times 242 divided by 360 gives me 1.0557. So 16,897 equals P times 1.0557, and then 9,444. So I'm going to divide both sides by that amount. So 1.055, 7,944, and that's going to give me 897, 16,004. Okay, so you may have a slight rounding error, just depending on how many decimal places your calculator goes out to. So don't panic if you got like an 05, okay? Because the software knows that there's some rounding error in there, but do not round to the very, very, very end, okay? So now we're going to talk about a Treasury bill. So for the 15th time, remember that I typed all this stuff up for you, and it's in Blackbot on the home page, so you can download it from there. All right, so I said something wrong, so I had to backtrack. All right, we are told that we're going to find a Treasury bill. Which we're also going to call a T-bill. Okay, and a T-bill is, let me just read it to you. Okay, a Treasury bill are essentially a short-term loan to a government by investors. So T-bills are sold at a discount from their face value, and then the Treasury pays back the face value of the T-bill at maturity. So the discount amount is the interest deducted in advance from the face value. So the price of a T-bill is face value minus discount. Okay? The price of a T-bill is face value minus discount. Okay? So that's the actual price of it. Now, I am told that I've got a 3-month $19,000. So for 3 months, I've got a $19,000 Treasury bill, and my interest rate has a simple annual discount rate of 0.24%. So simple annual discount rate of 0.24%. So remember that this is the decimal, or this is not the decimal. That's percent format, so we're going to have to change it to decimal. So what do we know? What we can find is that my face value is given on this particular one at $19,000. Okay? The discount rate is just going to be found by computing simple interest. Okay? The discount rate is going to be found by computing simple interest. So my discount is going to be principal times rate times time. So what is my principal? My principal is $19,000. Okay, my rate, remember, move your decimal point over, so 0.0024. Okay, and then what's your time? 3 months out of 12. So 3 months out of 12. So this is going to be my discount. Okay, so how do I find my discount? My discount, let's do this math, is 19,000 times 0.0024 times 3 out of 12 months, which is a fourth. All right, so I get 11.4. So that's $11.40. Okay, that is $11.40. So I would like to know the actual price of the T-bill. So the price of the T-bill is its future value, which is $19,000, minus the discount, which is $11.40. So when I take that off, I get $18,988.60. Okay, so that's the actual price of the T-bill. Now, for the next part, I need to find what the actual interest rate was. Okay, so for part 2, now, all right, so let's summarize what this was. Okay, so we know that a T-bill is sold to a government, and so I've got to pay it back at maturity. Okay, so it's sold to me at $18,988.60, but I've got to pay back $19,000. Okay, so the face value is, oh look, here's $19,000. No, that's a lie. Okay, so the actual price was this plus the interest. Okay, so the next part of this question says the actual interest rate paid by the Treasury. So for part 2, I want to find the actual interest rate paid. So remember that the face value of $19,000 included what I borrowed and the interest. So to find the actual interest rate I paid, I'm just going to use the simple interest formula, which is PRT, but be very, very, very careful because your principal is not $19,000. Your principal is this. Okay, that's where we're kind of sort of working backwards. So how much was my interest? My interest was $11.40. My actual principal was $18,988.60. I want to know what the interest rate was that I paid, and I'm doing this for 3 out of 12 months. Okay, so I'm going to take that $18,988.60 and I'm going to multiply it times 3 out of 12, which is 1/4, and I get 47.4715. Okay, so 47.4715 times R. So now divide both sides by 47.4715. And that's going to give me a rate of, hang on, 1140 divided by that mess right there gives me 0.024. So 0.0024, which sounds suspiciously similar, but remember that we're rounding, okay? So there's going to be a rounding area or error involved. And I lost my, hang on, I'm clicking as I do this. There's a rounding error involved because that interest is such a small, minute amount. Okay. So when we go through all of that, I find out that if I don't round it off, I get in percentage speak. So let's not, that's why I was clicking. I wanted to see how far they wanted me to round it. So I get 240,14409. We'll take this back to percentage format and we get 0.24014%. Okay, so it is a little bit different than the initial 0.24% that we were talking about. All right, so let's try and get one more done. We've got, all right, so that's going to be the same type. And we have, okay, so you can do that one. Actually, we might be done with this section. So you can do that one. And you can do that one. And you, all right, so you should be ready to go because the other ones are similar examples to what we've already worked through. So you should be ready to go for section 5.1.